All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The Game Drain. As you see, my camera is a little bit different than usual. I'm trying out this new setup, seeing if I like it at all. And I also did some stuff with my microphone, so it's like a lot louder, and I don't have to feel like I need to yell at it as much. Can you guys hear me just fine?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes, sir.
Crystal clear.
All right. Fantastic. All right.
I
So,
can't. Never mind. I take it back. I'm sorry. Go on.
okay. Okay. Sure. So, we decided to dissect a little bit in our show and what we decided to do instead of doing games, that we almost force ourselves to play every week. We decided to just kind of keep it honest and more just realistic with you guys and just dive a little deeper into the games that we're constantly playing, or like this last week we were supposed to do like I thought it was Returnal and it ended up being Saboteur, and like that confusion right there, I'm already playing one wrong game, and then I'm so dug into the game that I'm actually playing that I'd rather talk about, which is South Park Fractured Butthole. But yeah, Fractured Butthole. But yeah, I heard Matt say one bad thing about the Saboteur, and I just said and just kept playing. Kept playing Fractured Butthole, just completely just didn't care anymore. So and Mike brought it up, and I thought it was funny because I was literally thinking about that because I didn't get the chance to play that game, and I was just like, but really, am I missing anything? And I might be, but I'm not a keyboard gamer, and Matt said that game is like keyboard bound on Xbox Game Pass or whatever.
Terrible.
It's
not the way to play that game.
I don't know what they did.
That drove me right away.
Yeah.
Don't blame you.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yep. So yeah, definitely. So
keyboard and mouse is incorrect regardless of the game. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, so here it is. We're just going to actually just dive in further into the games that we actually enjoy, things that we start to feel maybe passionate about, or something that we turn on that we flat out just didn't like and we thought we were going to like. Because I feel like because I think that, I think when that organically happens, it's more meaningful than forcing yourself to play something that you're already thinking this is going to be ass. When you naturally run into a game that you're like, man, this is going to be good, and it's not, it's a whole different feeling. It's a whole different feeling. So anyways, let's get into it. I'm actually going to start off with Hard Days Mike. I want to hear what he's been up to, what you've been playing, what consoles you've been jiving with.
Well, I've been kind of bouncing between the Series X and Xbox 360. I've done a bit of Saboteur, not much because I kind of just been stuck in other things I've been playing. I've been playing a little bit of Quake 2, but I feel like I kind of want to talk about another game I discovered. It's called Into the Pit. It came out, I believe, in 2021, and it's a roguelike first-person shooter, and it's actually first-person shooter.
First-person hand.
It's kind of funny because first-person hand, FPH. And you kind of have spells in both hands, and it's really it's just basically like guns kind of bound to your hand, pretty much. It's kind of like imagine doing the Force, but like a shotgun blast is coming out, or a laser strike. It's fun, it's silly, and I really enjoy it. It's actually really fun. It's very fast. In fact, I can bunny hop all over the fucking place like I'm playing Doom. I love it. I love games that let me have movement like that. However. And it's the same thing.
Oh no, he said however. He said however. That's a powerful word. Tread lightly.
However, it had the same issue as I did with the Outer Worlds, is the color palette. Objectively, for people that don't have eye health issues like me, it hurts to look at for longer than 40 minutes. 30, 40 minutes, because I have a natural... I can't remember what the hell the doctor said it was. I do have an issue with saturated colors, and... that game is it's not like absurd saturated. It's not. It's actually very artistically done, much like the Outer Worlds. But my it's like everything's kind of you know what I mean by saturated. It's like everything is highlighted, and it
Right.
like just causes my eyes to strain like immediately, and it's
Yeah.
such a shame because I think it's a really fun game. Um,
Well, that's good.
but
I mean, not the eye part.
yeah, but it's a fun
Yeah.
game. So realistically, what I do is I just kind of turn down my OLED pixel brightness down a little bit, and I turn down the TV's color, and it's much more tolerable. It's for some reason they don't have any settings to adjust visuals, and I don't know what I don't know. I kind of want to see if I can even find the developers to fucking message them about like, hey, brightness slider, saturation slider, for the love of God. Um, but other than that, I've also been playing some Wolfenstein, the entire new rebooted trilogy. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I
Duo.
was talking to you. We were
It's not a trilogy.
talking a little bit about the. Oh, stop it, being messy. No, I was talking to Mike. We were in a party, and he said he was playing Wolfenstein Youngbloods, right? Supposedly the
Yeah.
worst one of them all,
I was playing
and the one that
Wolfenstein
Matt's
Youngblood.
not acknowledging right now, and
Right.
I just because me and you were talking about how corny the game has, like with like its cutscenes and stuff like that. But you were telling me that, hey man, it's corny, but the game is still Wolfenstein.
Yeah, so this is the weird thing about it. Is that like I mean I won't go crazy long to everything I have to say about it, but so I'm gonna talk a little bit as the John the new games as a whole, like the reboots as a whole. They're
There you
they're
go.
they're fine. I do like them. But I I don't know. I just I don't. It doesn't feel as like, at least like when I was playing like what the fuck is it? Not the new, not what's the hell, the old blood. Like I don't think it was as fun as I remembered it being when it came out, or feeling as good as when it came out. And my issue, like realistically, like it's kind of odd because in Youngblood there's more feedback for what I'm about to complain about. Like in Wolfenstein 2, when you're taking damage, your guy hardly makes a noise, and there's no like indicator on your screen other than your health going down. So there'll be times I'll be just killing Nazis left and right. I'll look at my health 1 second, I'm at 150, and then out of nowhere I'm just dead. Which, I mean, fair point. I'm not saying you just fling yourself into combat. That's not what I'm trying to say. Is that like I don't feel like I'm getting good feedback when I, I didn't. I feel like it's just there's something about the new Wolfenstein games that like I'm not 100% like, they're not bad, like objectively not bad games, but
Okay.
there's something I feel like it's missing, and it's weird. And like with Youngblood, I actually kind of like they took it in a Quake like route with some of its combat, like the double jumping and the side dashing. Other than, if there was an option to shut those two main characters up, I'd probably play it all the fucking time, but they never shut the fuck up. There's times I started up the game, I'm like, hey, this is actually pretty fun, and they're like, oh my god, and they're like, oh my god, brush your teeth, sister. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? Shut up.
Mhm.
And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, they just don't stop fucking talking ever. It's like how I feel about BJ fucking talking to himself about Coraline fucking for the 5,000th time in the same goddamn mission. It's like, it just stop talking for 5 seconds, please. Anyways, fun game though. They're still fun. I'm not gonna pretend they're not fun because I have differencing of opinions of certain things, but they're fun. They're fine. I'm definitely gonna continue through with them when I feel more up to it. I want to actually sink more time into Youngblood, oddly enough, because I kind of like the upgrade system. I just wish the characters were not like stereotypes
Really
that any
good?
teenager ever made. Really
Oh.
good, yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
No, and other than that, obviously Doom Eternal. Just screwing around that, trying new weapon combos, things like that. I won't go too deep into that because I mean that's really just for the fucking lunatics like me that try to like learn absolutely everything. But yeah, I'm just kind of having fun. I'm just chilling. I don't think I've been playing anything really else. I want to try more into the pit, but my eyes are kind of like, please don't. um, but we'll
Yeah.
see. Also, I will say, real quick, there is one game I wanted to mention because I wanted to mention it last week, but I was ill and I was out. Well, I mean, I was dealing with. It's Call of Duty 3. I enjoy that much more than I remembered. It has like like the iron sights are pretty clunky. Like I feel like it takes up the entirety of your face, but like the gameplay is fun. It's a really nice looking game too. The introductory scene is still fucking incredible. It still blows my mind with the amount of shit going on. Like I remember that was the first quote unquote next gen game I played when I got my 360. That was the first thing I was introduced with, and that opening scene blew my fucking mind. It was like hundreds of U.S. Rangers just like storming over this graveyard into a Nazi fortified position, and it was just so cool, and it blew my fucking mind. And it did again when I replayed it, because it was still impressive to me. The fact this was 2006, and like I just saw like it looked like a battalion of troops charge into like a blender, pretty much was what that scene was. But yeah, man, I'm just having a lot of fun with a lot of games, playing a lot of shooters. Nothing super really all that spectacular, but I'm having fun, and that's all that really matters,
Exactly.
Ham's like, no, you're a fraud. Play greatness. Just kidding.
Whatever. No, I'm right here. I just had to go off camera just for a quick second, just to change something. But yeah, so Matt likes games. What's been going on with you, bro? What's you been playing?
So recently I went back to Call of Duty 4. And I started on Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, thinking, oh, obviously that would be the best way to play that game. It's not. There's almost no difference between the two games. The one from 2007, I mean, all other than like the auto HDR and Modern Warfare Remastered is terrible and really bright. That's really the only difference. But yeah, the exact opposite problem that Mike was having, where colors are too bright. Call of Duty 4 is a very bland looking game.
It is.
It's really an incredibly bland looking game.
It's tan. That's the only tan and gray is all the color
that's
you
really
get.
all it is. It's still very fun. In fact, I was playing it just like a few minutes ago leading up to the show. It's still very fun. And I wish I could play the multiplayer and it wouldn't be hacked. That would make me very happy.
Yeah.
Also,
Right.
like I'm normal playing, NBA with Ham just about
J-Rock.
every night. Oh, is J-Rock in the chat? J-Rock and Too Big. What's up, fellas?
Too Big.
What's going on?
Sorry, go on, Matt. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're all right. That's worth acknowledging. But yeah, NBA, Call of Duty. What else have I been playing? Oh my goodness. Oh, Oblivion. I'm getting into Oblivion now, and I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, but I started a new playthrough on Elden Ring. Don't know if that's going to stick. But
I saw that yesterday or today.
But I was playing it.
I saw that though.
I was playing it, and I can see myself losing a lot of time to that game. I will tell you that. What else? I don't think there's anything else really. Oh, you know what I do need to do? I need to try Tribes of Midgard because Too Big gifted that to me. And I was watching gameplay on it. And it looks really very much like Diablo. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know a whole lot about Diablo, but just
wait, what platform is that on? Wait, what?
Tribes of Midgard.
What platform is it on?
He gifted it to me on Xbox.
Okay, I gotta look into that shit. I love Diablo. Holy shit!
It's not as dark as Diablo.
That's
it's
fine.
not. Don't go to it expecting like, oh, dark, bloody. No, I'm just saying like the way the combat was and the way it like the camera angle of the game. I just immediately said, oh, Diablo. But it's very it's more colorful than Diablo, I guess. Well, not I guess, but it is. Like that. But yeah, I need to try that. In fact, I might install that right now, actually, while the show's going on. But yeah, I haven't really been playing too much out of the usual that I can think of, really. I mean, kind of my usual stuff. I go into many different things because my ADHD is wild. Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout. I play Call of Duty, Halo every now and then. I'll get into that. MCC, I just download that on my PC. I'm just all over the place. I'm a mess.
Dude, you're like me. As soon as your brain thinks of a game, gotta play it. Gotta play
exactly.
it. Gotta play it.
and then 10 minutes later, I might think of something else. So
Yep.
I'm just a sick person
my
like that.
God. Well,
Oh, Immortals Phoenix Rising. I need to get into that too.
oh yeah, I saw you playing that.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Am.
Yeah, I need to get into that on my
I'm
PC.
getting Saints Row. J-Rock, I'm getting it. Me and my
So,
brother paying.
all right. So you're gonna have to tell me why. I mean, I need J Rock to tell me why, but he's not. He's not in here voice wise to tell me. So I'm gonna need you to tell me why after I get done talking about what I've been playing.
Okay.
All right. So because I'm on the fence of I'm mostly on the fence of hell no, but I'm
Yeah.
also wondering like why is this like so interesting to y'all? But anyways, I digress. So what I've been playing as of lately, for the most part, like I've been playing some of my old consoles a little bit. I've been playing like some Cruising USA, as you can see right here. Sega Saturn, I've been playing a little bit of Street Fighter on there. But the thing that's been killing me for this last week has been this game right here. South Park Fractured Butthole. You see the time right there? 2 days, 3 hours, and 46 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. And I literally just rolled the credits on that game. So that was a battle in a whole lot of turn base. It was a whole lot of turn base, more than I anticipated at all. I'd say probably about 6 or 7 hours, maybe to be generous, 8 hours of that is in standby. So like me not playing it, like well, like the game being left on, or you know, it saying that the game's on or something like that. But 90% of that, or whatever that percentage leads to, is me playing that game. That story is really fucking long, and it gets pretty old after a little bit, especially when you know that there are only like so many things that you can use to fight. It never stops being funny. I mean, it's South Park. It never stops being funny. It's very funny throughout the game, but man, I mean, when it says Ubisoft, it definitely got it. They fucking mean it, man. That shit was way longer than I felt like it should have been. But luckily, you know, it was fun. It was goofy. It was still really easy for me to play even when I lose. But the thing that like drove me a little nuts was how long some of the fights were. Like some of the fights, no joke, are like fucking 30 minutes long.
Oh.
Yeah. Some of the fights are like 30 fucking minutes long. And imagine losing the battle like 15 to 20 minutes in, knowing that you got to sit through like a third of a cutscene, because part of like they give you the option to hold B to skip the cutscene. Okay. But there's still like a portion of it that they maybe will make you watch before you can hit B, or there's a portion of the cutscene after you hold B. So it's like a little bit of punishment if you lose. You can't just like right away get back into it, and if you don't save it like right before you get into the battle, like you could literally go in there and like craft yourself some stuff, change your powers and whatnot, and then go into the fight. If you don't save it right after you get done crafting and doing all that stuff, when you go to restart the match, like let's say you got 20 minutes into that out of the 30 minute fight. If you didn't save it right before you walked into the fight of all the stuff that you crafted, you'll have to recraft all that stuff again. right before you get into the battle all over again. You'll have to restructure your person, put all in the attacks, and yeah, dude, like it's a dope game. It's fun, but it does not respect your time at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Your time. Fuck your time.
But
soft game.
I still recommend to play it, but Matt over here told me he's playing it on his Switch. And yeah, I mean, I imagine you gotta be, man, because I couldn't imagine playing that game on a handheld. Like, I have to be sitting way back playing that game.
Yeah, I play like an hour every 3 nights.
Well, according to my time that I had on my phone, yeah, there you go. Around Christmas. I mean, Christmas, maybe next spring. I mean, because keep in mind, you getting mad like you did the other day and shutting it off after a 20-minute L.
No, I'm good. I want to add though to the things I will be playing. I haven't played them yet. I mean, I did like a long time ago, but Halo 1 and 2 original. Once I get my 360 hard drive in. Once I get that, then I will be playing these things, and I can't wait to do that.
I can't believe you're gonna play it on the 360,
dude.
Like to me, I just don't even know. I know why you own it, but why are you gonna do that when we just went through every single Halo together?
Because you've seen
oh my god, they're the same. They're the same, except not as good looking, and that nostalgia is powerful, I guess.
Exactly.
It is very powerful because you were willing to do that.
I love it.
You were willing to do that when you got it on Game Pass at a better frame rate and everything. I
can play it 4K 120 Hz, or I could play it 480p at 30.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
come on now.
That's what I'm saying. That nostalgia is powerful, I guess, for you. You are on the dark side. You lost it. You lost your fucking mind. Anyways, I've also been playing a lot of NBA every night before and after I get back in the fractured butthole. I think I'm almost done playing that game. I got to get a few more collectibles, a few more achievements until I'm. Like, though, there will be a part where I just drop that motherfucker and I'm just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing another fight. But I mean, I can technically do that now. So, like, I mean, that now that that's in my head, it will happen sometime soon. I will cut that game off here soon. But I own it. It's whatever. I can always come back to it. Let's see. NBA 2K a lot with Matt. I actually played a little bit with Dealer this last week. That was pretty fun. Me and Matt played some 2K with him
at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, man. Well, we won the first game, right? Yeah. We won the first game, and then I was like, oh, you know, what are you guys about to do? And then so they're like, go to bed, obviously. And I was like, oh, let's run one more, and we took it out. We did not go to bed. We did not go to bed on the right foot, but. I'm sure he'll be back to play some more. I know me and Matt will probably be playing tonight because that's like it's almost like a ritual now. And thanks to Bill, he pretty much got us onto that 2K everyday train, which is a lot of fun when you play together. So if you guys haven't got to do that or got to try that, you don't even really have to be that big of a basketball fan. You just have to, be able to, keep your temper in check because that game will piss you off. It'll piss you off, but you'll have fun when you're playing with people at least.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Now I want to hear before we move on to the next subject for like the news of the week and all that stuff. I want Mike to tell me, I want you to sell me. Sell me and Matt because me and Matt we're on the same wavelength on here.
I'm just getting it because I've loved Saints Row as a kid. That's the only reason I'm taking it up.
No, but you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying beg us to buy it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Oh.
Like, tell me why it's like something that you feel like you need to play.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly just me and my brother going half and half. I just kind of want to play just a goofy shooter type game, and it seems stupid, and I'll just play it, and
Seems
kinda
stupid, and I'm gonna play it.
I mean, like
Yeah.
that's what Saints Row is, though. Saints Row 2, like everyone's like
Yeah.
pretending it like it's like the worst thing. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you played Saints Row 1, 2, and 3, it literally looks just like that, just prettier. Those games
Yeah.
are just as stupid to me, to be honest with you, and I love them. But I love this one. Who the hell knows? I really don't, I'm not really like that invested. I just think it looks kind of. I think the gunplay looks fun. It looks to me like the other Saints Row games, just somewhat more fluid. So like to me, that I was actually a lot of people were actually kind of bummed out that it looks somewhat similar. But I was like, actually, kind of would rather them not touch that, like because that's what I really liked from Saints Row 1 and 2 and 3, really, and 4. I really actually the gameplay from all of them was incredibly solid.
Yeah, they're always fun. They're always pretty fun.
So that's
Okay.
pretty much the only reason I'm getting it. It's because the gameplay looks fun, like
Yeah.
and the story seems not as terrible as I thought. It's still a dumb a premise. Who knows how it's gonna actually be showed in the story? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because they keep saying they were showing story trailers, but you look at those story trailers and they show you like 1/2 second of dialogue, and then it just shows you shooting shit and hitting things with dildos. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. I hope I have fun. That's all I really care about.
That's the
Yeah,
goal with that game.
I mean, yeah. So I didn't hear anything that made me want to get it at all. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you, Mike, that you're gonna enjoy that game, though. And I mean, it is what it is. You really enjoyed Tiny Tina's as well, and
Yeah.
I mean, I
need
actually
to start a new game on that.
I fell for that game. Like, I wanted to get. I mean, I really wanted to get it. I got it in the biggest way I possibly could. I got the season pass and everything, and I'm not sure if I'll ever pick up that game again. Like,
I beat it. Thanks to you guys.
no, yeah. Matt beat it in the shortest time possible. He's a speedrunner.
Ever.
He's a speedrunner.
I played like an hour, 30 minutes, and I beat that.
He just got into the game right at the end of it, pretty much, and just took it home. For Tommy.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, let's get into the news now. Let's talk about some weird shit that's been going on in the news, and some interesting and also fun shit. So I'm actually going to kick it over to Matt Likes Games first to give us a little update on his side.
Okay, so mine, I guess, can be a two-parter. First of all, Death Stranding coming to PC Game Pass, which is a big news in and of itself. But then, second of all, the report, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday it came out? Said they had PlayStation had nothing to do with that. Nothing at all to do with it.
Why would they have anything to do with it?
Because they own the IP, right? Because they own it. I don't know how that works. So I just thought it was weird to find out PlayStation had nothing to do with it.
Official means, it wasn't kind of like something you're left wondering for a while. Like they kind of we had no say in this.
Yeah, it's like that. I'm just kind of baffled. How did you not have a say in it? Like, I kind of just thought, oh, they said, okay, all the people who wanted Death Stranding on PC already bought it, so why not put it in Game Pass? That's kind of what I thought happened. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. So they get money and they put it in Game Pass. And that's a win-win, I guess. And then they're like, nope, we had nothing to do with that. That was Kojima and 505. I'm like, geez, okay. It's like, so what do you even own the IP for? I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Also, wait. I was gonna bring up something totally unrelated to that. Did you guys see that High on Life got delayed?
Yeah, I seen that.
I did.
Sad stuff. But on that subject that you were just talking about, I think they might have the rights to it, but I'm not sure if they own that at all.
That's what it seems like.
Like to me, I got I own the license to voice mod, but I can't tell them what to do with voice mod. You see what I'm saying? Like I paid for the license. I got the license.
Yeah.
But I can't tell the company what to do with it. And I assume that they did something to just like block it from being on the console, or like sign something to where it won't be on like the Xbox console, but it can be, but on PC, it's like even more like, regulated to like for like or not more regulated, more or less, like just like different. It's just different. Like almost like kind of why they maybe even changed their name from like Xbox PC Pass or like Xbox Game Pass on PC or something like that to just PC Pass. Yeah. See, maybe it's just like a totally different entity compared to the console Game Pass, and it kind of shows. I mean, look at a lot of the stuff that's been dropping into there. It's not balancing right for a lot of people, and I'm sure we'll get into that with the takes of the week here a little bit later, because some people had some really interesting takes about how they're personally being treated by a service. Oh, yeah. But
really cool thing.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's just my take from it. I could be wrong. I don't care when I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. So I'm just doing my best to kind of analyze it from my point of view.
Yeah, I see that makes the most sense to me of anything I've heard so far. That maybe they own the license, but it's like, yeah, they can't really control what Kojima does with it because it is his. I guess. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting. It's wild to see that. And it sets a cool precedent. I don't know if cool is the right word, but good precedent.
Well, to me, it sets a precedent for third party studios compared to first party studios, because you've seen Cory, like people were talking to Cory Barlog about like how it was, because Cory thought it was pretty cool. I guess that it was like going. I'm not sure about what he said specifically, but I know that somebody said like somebody said to him that like you'll keep like God of War or something like that off of PC, like trying to get him to acknowledge that, and Cory flat out said, "I'm no Kojima." Like flat out said that. Like I am no Kojima. I can't like pretty much saying like I don't have the ability to say where my game goes. Like that. So like obviously with Cory where he's working under PlayStation like directly, compared to a Kojima that's third party, not working directly under publisher. I mean, they're going to have obviously a lot more leeway of saying where their game goes, and fine lines are a lot different in that category than there is in than it is when it's first party.
Definitely. And J Rock just said it in the chat. It goes to show how Kojima does what he wants, and yeah, he kind of does. He does what he wants to do.
Konami really fucked up by letting him go.
Dude, Konami dropped it. They dropped the bag. They really did.
Like they didn't just, they fucking drowned it and drowned themselves in the process, man. Like
it's a really good company.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Company of all time.
You got anything else on your mind, Matt, for the news for this week? You said there was a lot of it.
Well, there is, but I don't want to just sit here and take up all the news, I mean,
oh man, keep going. You got it. You're good.
You could talk about Embracer. I mean, Embracer buying literally fucking everything under the sun. I mean, that's kind of like.
I mean, that's a big deal. Yeah.
Like we were just in a party, and 1 minute they didn't own the Lord of the Rings, and the next minute they did. They just bought it, and they bought like 2 other studios at the same time, plus something else. I don't even know what else. Oh, limited run games.
No Infinite.
They bought
Sorry.
limited run games. Like they bought like 4 things in a span of, or they announced it in like the span of 5 minutes.
Yeah, and they also got like, I guess, like something that they're not like willing to share as well. Like quite yet. Like me and K Mega were talking about it on his podcast, and one of the things that they acquired is like under wraps right now. Like they can't talk about it. So I'm really wondering what it is. I went on ahead and disappointed K Mega and said that it's probably NetherRealm.
Dude,
because I could totally see that happening. I mean, Mortal Kombat's always been like, you know, Mortal Kombat reminds me of like the fighting version of like GTA, where it's like nobody can have me, right?
Yeah.
Like I like I'll be everywhere, but nobody can have me.
Yep.
So like I really think that Embracer might have went on ahead and swooped up NetherRealm, but I could be totally fucking way off. But I just think that would be that'd be interesting enough to not want to like come out and scream from the top of your lungs quite yet, especially when there's a lot of other stuff going on. They just acquired, I'm sure they're still like kind of, checking the weather on how things are going on, how things are moving around, and they kind of want to keep their mouth shut about certain things. That might be one of them, because that'd be a massive pickup.
That would be huge.
Yeah, because WB doesn't even own NetherRealm anymore, I don't think.
I don't know if they don't own them or they're actively trying to get rid of them. I can't remember how that
I'm pretty sure that they're not under the umbrella of WB stuff anymore. They're just kind of doing their own thing.
That could very well be the case, honestly. And that would be a huge get, because literally no one else makes fighting games. I mean, yeah, you got like Street Fighter and stuff like that, but it's like, dude,
yeah, Capcom and Bandai makes some solid fighters as well.
You got three studios really that make fighters, and it's like, dude, if you get just one of them, that's huge, because then you can always do a genre. Whereas you look at Microsoft, and they got Killer Instinct, but they can't do it. They literally can't do it because they don't have anybody to do it.
Guys.
Yeah.
You see the chat?
What happened in the chat?
Interested in purchasing? Oh my god.
Brain
That's a
drain
scoop right there. I didn't.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a scoop right there. Let's go. I'm just gonna start like pushing weird ass products and shit, because don't they own like weird shit outside of gaming too? Dude, they're everywhere. They're weird. They're weird.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Embrace is a cool
everything.
company. They're a cool company that just wants to help everyone. That's
God.
That's
just like
really
Tencent.
Interesting, though. Yeah, exactly. Tencent just loves helping everybody.
Oh my god, Tencent. Oh Jesus.
Just giving influx of cash to people. They're very helpful.
Oh my goodness. well, I'm interested to see where that all lies. But Mike, what kind of news you got for us? I know you got something to say about something id related, I'm sure.
Yes, because I am the Doom fanatic and id Software fanatic of, I don't know, the podcast. I don't really know how to say it. And I don't know why it was such a big surprise, because I feel like, I mean, I guess if people aren't really in the know, then they wouldn't know. But it did announce they are working on their next game. Marty Stratton said they're not ready to show it yet, which is understandable.
Marty Stratosphere.
Marty Stratosphere. Said they're not ready to show it yet, but I am really excited. I really don't know what it could be. Everyone keeps saying that there are certain reporters, I don't really want to say, just in case certain, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. The biggest rumor is, everyone knows right now, they're working on a Quake reboot. That's the biggest rumor.
It makes so much sense.
It makes so much sense, and I want it to be. I don't know. I really don't know what they could maybe even working on their own IP, which a part of me wants but also doesn't want. Or a new like they could be working on anything. I'm just gonna love it as long as I'm killing things really because it's really good at that. Once they realize like, hey, people just want to shoot things very fast or even slowly, but it's engaging. Like that's what we're gonna do, and that's why they're my favorite. So I'm really excited for that. Outside of that, PC Game Pass got like 50 fucking games I would love to play on my Xbox. Microsoft, classic Quake and Wolfenstein games like Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Quake 4. They got Quake Championships on Game Pass now, PC Game Pass. I'm just like,
Is
I'm
Quake
like,
Champions
guys,
on
please.
PC Game Pass?
Yes, it got officially added and it's officially out of testing and there's like Game Pass perks and yada yada yada.
I need to try that.
Yeah, and like I think every character now is unlocked. It was kind of like a hero thing, but if you're on PC Game Pass and have Ultimate, all the characters are unlocked.
See,
By
it's
default,
it's not NPC Game Pass for me. I'll figure it out.
They tweeted it out that the whatever it's called is or
I
it
have
might
it
not
on
be out yet.
Steam anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, so, but Microsoft, I'd love, I don't know who you got to hire, but you're a very rich company. Get it done. I would love to play these games again on my platform.
That would be
Is
cool.
what it is. I won't get into that, and because I love Quake. You know how much I am a fan of these old school shooters. You know how much I love just being like, I'm holding RT and I'm circle strafing the fuck out of everything in my way. I'm doing it to Nazis, I'm doing it to demons, I'm doing it to cyborgs, I'm doing it to robots. I don't care. As long as I'm shooting something, I'm very much happy. So I'd love to get those on. Also, random take. Where the fuck is a new Unreal Tournament, Epic? Where the fuck are you? Anyways, that's enough of that.
It's
never
buried
coming.
deep. It's
Give me
buried
a
deep
fucking
under
Fortnite.
thousands and thousands and thousands of like files of Fortnite content.
Fortnite content's V-Bucks generators. Fuck my life, dude. But like, dude, I love that genre. It speaks to me so much. That like incredibly fast, even if it's slow and like in some way weighty, but like it's very much a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like I just that whole genre speaks to me. So I'm very, very much excited to see what it does because I feel like they kind of understand their own ideas of philosophy now. I have that speech issue and it's hard for me to say that word. But yeah, I'm really excited. That's all I really got to say about that. I mean, we could talk about the Saudi Arabia approving the Microsoft deal, but I think we can hold off
There
on
we
that
go.
a little bit.
Before we get into that, I want to mention that I heard some rumblings about Bethesda opening up a new studio for like remasters and like remakes and stuff like that. And I also want to get your guys' take on like, it's like, did any of you guys watch like any of QuakeCon or anything like that?
I watched a little bit. I tried.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm really interested in Redfall, I didn't even watch that panel. Like, even though
that's what I was getting ready to get into.
Yeah. See, I watched Redfall. But outside of Redfall, I didn't really like, dude, I remember it's like 8 p.m. and it was still going. And I came back and they were like, we're giving out keyboards and we got to see your dirty keyboards. And it's just submissions of people's really disgusting keyboards. And they're like, we're going to give you a brand new. I'm just like, dude, what the hell's going on? I just want to see some games. But yeah, I don't know. Redfall looked awesome though. If we're getting into that, we can talk about that because that looked, the way they're talking about that, I just can't wait for that game, man. I can't wait for it.
They need to fire the people doing the current marketing or something because they're underselling the fuck out of that game.
Dude, I'm so fucking hyped for Redfall.
Yeah, man, I'm excited.
I was watching some of that Redfall stuff, and I was just like, man, this game. Each time I look at it, I just get more interested in seeing what it's all about, and just it gives me the Borderlands feeling that I was looking for.
Yeah.
In Tiny Tina's. Like, I see why people were comparing it early to Borderlands, is because it's just like one person's special can mesh really well with somebody else's, because that was one of the big points of why I was big into Borderlands and stuff like that early on. Like I remember me and my boys going out, like I'd throw up like, cause I'd be Maya. I had like my phase lock go on and somebody else would like bust out a turret or whatnot. And it was just like literally, it was almost having like two turrets. Cause like I just turned that person into a turret. They're going versus their own people. He has his own turret and I'm just like in whatever corner or area, just shooting and mowing people down. So like, I really want to be able to work with somebody like that again. And for me, I mean, as I was saying earlier, Tiny Tina's just wasn't it for me. Like that game was cool. But like, I didn't really, jive with the story that well. And, I don't know, something about that Redfall game looks like it's going to have a pretty damn good story in it.
Dude, yeah, it's Arcane knows. They know how to do when they're doing their game. They know how to do a story.
I like how we had to clarify that because we know what happens when they're like tacked on.
Well,
they kind of
when they're forced to do. Here's a multiplayer Wolfenstein game. Do it. But it's like, but when they can just create a game that is theirs from the ground up, like Dishonored story is amazing. 1 and 2, I feel like 1's is maybe a little bit stronger than 2, but they're both amazing. You've got everyone says Prey. Like I don't even know what's going on in Prey. I'm so confused by everything in that game. But everyone says the story in that game is incredible. Deathloop's story is really fucking interesting, honestly. Like I wouldn't say it's like masterful storytelling, but the way the characters interact with each other in Deathloop is fucking phenomenal.
Colt is the funniest motherfucker in a long time.
Colt and Juliana are some of the best characters. I'm surprised that Juliana, the chick who did Juliana, I'm surprised she didn't get more awards than she did at last year's Game Awards because she deserved a lot of awards.
Yeah, she's a great voice. She's funny as hell.
Yeah, she's hilarious. But Arcane storytelling. It's like if you can give me what I wanted, what Ham said, what I wanted.
I fucked around and said something about Arcane. Here goes Matt on his tangent about fucking Arcane and their greatness.
No, it's like if you can just give
go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm just messing with you.
If you can give me what I wanted from Tiny Tina's, but with an Arcane story, then I will be very, very happy. Very happy.
Yeah, like that's what they said. Like, oh yeah, just letting you know, it's more of like a single player game that kind of has co-op and good elements built around co-op. But it's like that's what they're like. Yeah, it's mostly really a single. It just has co-op and you can play it and it makes perfect sense in co-op. But when they're like, there's loot and like an RPG system, it's the biggest open world. Which could be a scary thing. But with Arcane, I know it's not like a Ubisoft game. As much as I love Odyssey, some shit was just like. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Kind of copy. Why did I say that instead of copy paste? Work with computers too much, man.
But good. Same meaning.
Same meaning, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see more, and I just want them to here's a single player gameplay trailer just to show, hey, this is kind of how it's gonna flow because even in the initial trailer, you're sneaking through that the attic of that church, and I know where your co-op buddy shows up. And it's like, okay, I want to see what that would have looked like if I had to deal with that myself. Would there have not been an extra vampire there? Would there have been some time of I don't know, way to combo counter it? And I will say, is I can tell that it is helping with the shooters because there's technically a glory kill system in that game, which I'm very much happy about. So, because it are helping. In some ways, they're not majorly involved with the shooting mechanics, but they do have some of their combat engineers helping with their gunplay. Which
they're part of the same family. They're gonna help each other.
Exactly.
It has been doing that for even before the acquisition. A lot of people think
pretty
Microsoft.
Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they helped with Fallout 4.
Yeah, they did. That's the reason why Fallout 4's gunplay feels fucking fantastic. But. What was I gonna say? Yeah. I'm really excited. Sorry, I just.
Yeah, it is something. It is something to me to be excited about. Man, when I see an old girl, what's her name? Lola? Is that right? Lola?
Layla.
Layla. Okay.
Oh, my dog's name is Lola. That's why. I'm like, Lola.
Yeah, Layla. So yeah, when I seen her busts out that shotgun in that scene when they were upstairs, when I heard the thunk on that, I got excited because that was one of the things I bitched about in a few other games prior, when we were talking about like feeling and like style of games. Is like, dude, when I have a shotgun, I want to feel like I am leaving like just blood everywhere, or I like I want to feel like when it hits them, like, yeah, I did that shit. Like it wasn't like an accident; it was loud and purposeful. So when I seen Layla do that and with that shotgun, and it was really dope looking. You can do some stuff to the guns and stuff like that, or maybe it's like a preset. I don't know exactly, but I'm assuming you can do stuff with it and make it look certain ways. Skin it.
I feel like that's going to be part of the, what did they say, the minor, like micro, like, because like in that leaked alpha build got leaked, there was like, which I don't give a shit. But I mean, there's going to be a lot you can get through the game, so I'm not going to like have a conniption fit because I might have to, like, if I want a certain skin, I have to pay $2 for it. I just hopefully it's reasonable, not like how Halo Infinite's launch prices for their cosmetics were. Holy shit!
The launch prices in Halo Infinite were pretty terrible.
It'd be like a visor, $20. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll figure it out. I mean, because first of all,
they're definitely better now, but it's still not.
Arcane's like the only studio I would, and granted, at the end of the day, it's not Arcane's choice; it's really Microsoft's choice. But it's like they're like the only studio I would trust to ever have to put microtransactions in their game, where it's like, I don't like it, but they could probably do it right, and they could probably make it not egregious. So I'm okay with that. We'll see. I'm excited. I just cannot wait for Redfall, man. I really can't wait. It's
gonna be fantastic. I'm pretty excited for it. But let's move on to some more news. So Matt hit us with some news. Mike hit us with a little bit of news. I even hit us with the whole like Bethesda, reportedly opening like for the remakes and stuff like that. We kind of touched on that just a little bit of it, or a hair. So actually, I want to go back to that before I continue on with something else. Is like, what would you guys like to see if there was like some remakes to be done? Like, I mean, obviously, it's reported that they're making a studio for it. But what would be like a couple of the first games that you guys think should get touched upon? And like, if you look in their history, like before Todd Howard got there, they were making like Terminator games.
Todd Howard.
And my bad. God Howard, my bad. But yeah, so like they were making all sorts of crazy different games, like I just said, like Terminator and stuff like that. Yeah, and sports games do you see? I mean, probably not the sports games because those are pretty locked down right now. But do you see them going that far back to make some games, or do you think it's going to be like more like just pre Xbox and maybe just like what Xbox had and whatnot through their time of working with them? Like, what was like some of the like Oblivion. What was the other one? Morrowind. Do you think they'll just touch on that kind of stuff, or do you think they're going to take it way back?
Like, I would like to see them go back to like, because there's games I want to play by them, like Daggerfall, Elder Scrolls 2. Like, I've never played that, and I'm not going to because it's aged terribly. It looks like it'd be horrible to play. But if you could remake it,
when you watch, oh, sorry, go on. I'll tell you after.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you remake it, same with Morrowind, is horrible to play right now. It is unless you're playing it on PC and it's modded to hell and back. It's terrible to play right now. If they could remake that, that'd be amazing. But I think the most obvious thing to remake would be Fallout. First of all, Fallout 3. They can't really. I mean, I guess they can control Fallout New Vegas, really, because it is Fallout. But it's like New Vegas, Fallout 3, Oblivion, and then Morrowind would be the.
Can I say something real quick about Morrowind before I forget?
Yeah.
Real quick. why does every single character walk like they have a shit coming out of their ass? Okay, anyone in chat right now, I want you to look up a clip of anyone walking in Morrowind and look how they waddle. They look like they're waddling to a toilet and they lost the battle of holding it in. That's all I had to say. Sorry. I was just like looking at a clip. I was watching some gameplay the other day. I'm like, why do they walk like this? They're like they have like their ass cheeks like squeezed together, and they're like just like kind of waddling back and forth. It's fucking funny to look
Mike,
at.
let me just tell you that the official Xbox magazine said in 2001 that is one of the most realistic looking games of all time. Okay. So,
Oh my god! I'm sure
tell
they
you that.
did. I'm sure
It
they
said
did.
the most immersive RPG ever made, Mike. Just accept it.
Oh my god! The fucking like draw distance is like
It's like right in front of you.
like a sneezing distance. Like how much like the germs would fly. You know what I'm saying? Like oh my god.
It did not age well.
Absurd.
It didn't. But
It
you did that.
didn't.
Remakes from them would be just honestly, you can remake anything from them and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
They could go back to, like you said, even before Todd Howard, if they want to go back to like Terminator games and stuff and do stuff like that, then let's do it. I don't care. Like if you want to remake stuff, I'm all for it. All for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I like hearing is like that there is gonna be a team allocated to that, and not just like their main going at it. Because how many people have you have you heard complaining about Naughty Dog and The Last of Us, and it's like, man, y'all got that whole team working on that, like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, cool for those that haven't played it, but it's kind of like, man, like we know they are working like us that keep up with this stuff. We know that they're working on something else as well, and also working on factions. But like to somebody that's kind of hit and miss with the information, like you hear something like that, you're just like, like, damn, that team's working on a remake when they could be throwing out something. So hearing that there's going to be a specific team that's dedicated to making old games and not like Bethesda's proper main, is pretty dope to hear. I mean, that's exciting to me. Because there's some games that are classic that I'm not getting back into unless they get remade. With Morrowind being one of them. I had Morrowind when I was young, and I didn't get into it when I was young because I just wasn't into RPGs like that. And then I tried to get back into it a few years ago, and I was just like, "Good God!"
And that was a few years ago.
That was a few years ago. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to force myself to play something like that just so I can tell everybody that I played this Bethesda game too. Don't give a damn.
Not worth it.
All right. So the last little bit, unless anybody else has something, like they feel more than welcome to say anything about it. But lastly, I wanted to put down that Saudi Arabia is the first country or first person within that Activision Blizzard deal to go on ahead and say, hey, we're cool with it. What do you guys think about that? Do you think a lot more people are going to start following suit? Is that like going to be a domino effect? Or do you think with hearing that kind of news, there are other people that are like extremely on the fence about it?
I think honestly there are a bunch of Xbots. I'm just kidding. No.
Oh my god, that's messy. Goodness gracious.
About it. I'm happy to hear about it because I want everything in Game Pass. Just get it going. The less I have to spend, the better.
Yeah, I think there's lots of people who are on the fence about it, but I also think that, like you said, that's a domino effect. I feel like, I don't know if it's going to be super rapid or anything, but I feel like, once this one comes out and says, yeah, this is okay, then someone else is going to look at it and say, yeah, we've been saying this is okay, so why don't we just go ahead and okay it? So, I mean, I feel like it'll be somewhat of a domino effect. Hopefully, hopefully it starts really rolling and we can get this thing through by the end of the year. Because I want to get Diablo on Game Pass, please. I would like that a lot. Please, Diablo.
You don't want to just buy it? Yeah,
I will. I will buy it. I'll buy it if I need to buy it. Dude, that game looks fantastic.
I can't wait.
That game looks fantastic, and I'm not even into Diablo like that, and it made me want to get into it, just that trailer. So it's like, if it's not in
Let's
Game Pass,
go.
I'll buy it, but dude, like, let's roll it along, get it in Game Pass, get everything else in Game Pass, and let's, like, get this deal done with so we can all just be happy.
I mean, that game right now with Immortals is making hella cake in just
Oh, yeah.
microtransactions.
Oh,
In
yeah.
just microtransactions. People really underestimate microtransactions. They think all the cells are in with buying the game or buying the console. Hell, Sony just reported that most of their money comes from, after the game purchases.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what that's why we're starting to see so many games be okay being free. Skate's coming out as a free game. Apex came out, no problem, free game. I mean, there's free games upon free games, and there's going to be more of them. And people are worried about the quality being taken away, including me. I'm worried about it too. I told Matt, I was like, you don't think Skate's going to be a little something else because it's, free to play? And he flat out just said, no, it's not.
Yeah.
There's not going to be anything wrong with it. It's just going to probably cost a little bit more than it would if you actually did pay for it, like for some of the microtransactions and stuff like that. So I mean, that's interesting. I'm waiting to see what a game of that caliber is like from EA, but they already know what they're doing with Apex and whatnot. So, I mean, they're definitely not scared to bring another game to the free market, but I'm interested because it's just like, well, if you're going to do that with Skate, why don't you do that with Madden? Why don't you do that with, I mean, they don't have FIFA anymore, but I was thinking, why didn't they just do that with FIFA?
Exactly.
And whatnot? Because they're always getting people bitching about the packs and stuff like that. And I personally don't even participate in it.
I think this, I mean, and you know this, I'm not like fucking pretending like I'm being knowledgeable here. I think FIFA just prints such an absurd amount as is. They don't even want to think about it yet until probably something threatens that pot of gold they automatically get from just having a FIFA slapped on a game case. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't even have that IP anymore to FIFA. They lost. Yeah. They lost that.
Oh yeah, they lost it, didn't they? Holy shit! Yeah. So it's like, I feel like right now they're just kind of like printing as much money as they can.
Yeah. Honestly, every sports game should be free to play. Like, I really hope Skate performs well so that sports games can look at that and say, like, I hope, God, it sucks to say because I'm not like, it's like a weird thing for a fan of games to say. Like, I hope they make money off of Skate so that other companies who make sports games can look at that and say, maybe we don't need to be forcing people to pay $70 and we can just make tons of money off of microtransactions. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because that's what 2K does. 2K makes so much money off of microtransactions. Dude, they promote gambling to children. They make a stupid amount of money off of microtransactions. So it's like, dude, you don't need to be $70 and do that also. Come on now. Like I get it's business. You want your money as much as possible, but God, dude, it's like at a certain point you're making a stupid amount of money. Just make it free.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up the topics, the topic for new news for us this week, for at least news that we cared to hear about or listen to. But let's go ahead and move on to the takes of the week. This is always a fun one because there's always somebody that has something wild to say, and it never stops. It's going to keep coming. Just go ahead and buckle your seats up, your seatbelt up, and go ahead and get ready. I want to hear first from Mr. Matt Likes Games. What kind of goofy shit have you heard this week through, just gaming?
Well, you kind of hinted at one earlier. I don't want to take that one because I'm pretty sure that's yours. There was a guy I saw, and this one isn't like an explosive take. I think it's just kind of stupid. Who said he doesn't think it's a good idea putting all new Call of Duty games into Game Pass because it will drive people away from actually buying them. Which, maybe, but also, first of all, why do you care? Second of all, it's like they're not gonna stop making Call of Duty just because it's going into Game Pass and people aren't quote air quotes aren't buying them. It's like, dude, Call of Duty's still gonna print money, whether it's in Game
Yeah.
Pass or not. So they're not gonna stop making Call of Duty because a few people aren't buying them anymore because they're in Game Pass. Like, dude, come on now. Call of Duty's not going anywhere. But
Yeah.
I think the big one really was Hams. So I'll leave that one for him.
All right. Well, before we get to that one, I want to hear what Hard Days Mike has to say.
Man, I've been seeing a lot of crazy takes.
List a couple.
What did I even? Man, I don't even. Where the hell do I begin? I've been seeing people say that. I mean, there was not this one person took a literal joke tweet seriously. I won't talk about who that was, but there are people out there that was genuinely saying that Kojima betrayed PlayStation and their trust, and threw them under the bus by putting Death Stranding on Game Pass. And to that, I say,
Good.
fucking
Good.
yeah, good. It's fucking. I don't know, dude. Like, breathe. Like,
Right.
like relax. I don't know. Like, some people are like fucking devastated over this right now, and I
Oh, yeah.
don't. I
You
really
sh-
don't.
yeah.
I mean, I don't get it. Like, I never understood it really. I mean, I'm probably never gonna play that game. I've seen gameplay of it. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I do a lot of fucking walking, and I just do. I'm good. I do a lot of walking in real life, so I don't need to just go home and do some more. But
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, it's not me shitting on the game, of course, but yeah, I just saw a lot of takes like that. People saying that he betrayed PlayStation and their trust and the fans, and I just like, you gotta fucking relax. Like, you need to calm down. You're okay.
Yeah.
That's very similar to the take that I was having, but it actually goes the opposite direction.
Okay.
So,
Oh, I want to hear.
So yeah, the take that I heard was an Xbox fan
Oh, Jesus.
that said that they are, being treated as if they were like a peasant of some sort. Or second class citizen. Thank you. Like a second class citizen. Yes, because a game went into Game Pass on PC Pass, instead of being on the console. So they're essentially saying them having a console is making them a second class citizen.
Let's go.
When this is just nuts to me specifically, because it's just like, bro, like, they've said multiple times on each end, these games are coming to Xbox console. These games are coming to PC. That's actually their advertisement. Every single month, they give you a list of what's coming to console, what's coming to PC, and what's coming to cloud. Not everything on each list is the same.
Yeah.
Now it's a game that you're interested in. You're now just arriving to the party? Like, that is the thing that throws me off. That's the thing that doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. Like, if you were going to be mad about this, you should have been mad about this months ago.
Like a long time ago, yeah.
A long time ago. But you're mad now that you're what? Like, I don't know. People like to treat Kojima like they're their fun uncle or something like that. Like they been to the cookout with them plenty of times. They done, got some dope birthday gifts from them. Always around when things are wild and fun. Like, no, man, Kojima is not your friend. I don't know what's going on with these people. For Xbox or
Kojima
for PlayStation.
Literally made. I don't know.
And that's why I think it's such a funny parody that we have him in the corner of our show right here. He's always watching, right? He's always watching. I think it's hilarious because so many people treat him like a god, which in his own right, he is fantastic at what what he does. He's like the fucking Michael Jackson of fucking video games.
Yeah.
He's like the fucking Michael Jackson of video games. But yeah, like, but just like Michael, you know, it's just like some people are like way too loving and they forget that it's just a person. It's just another person, man. He's not your daddy. He's not your uncle. He ain't paying your light bill. You know, he's not going to tell you which school to go to. He's not going to help you out with life advice. So why are you taking him as a person or his video games or his pocket, however you're watching him?
They need therapy.
However you're watching them, they're taking it like they're owed something, like they're like they're in debt of something.
Yeah,
indebted to.
These people need lots and lots and lots of therapy.
Yeah, if anyone ever types that Kojima betrayed them for putting a game on Xbox, then you need help. You need to seek help immediately because that's not healthy. That's not okay.
Oh my god, man! I love it.
Yeah, I mean, just think about that. Just thinking about that for a second. Imagine
how entitled
you're. well, that yes, but I'm thinking like, bro, like imagine how you would feel if, like, I don't know, you go out and buy a car, right? Because you love Chevy.
Yeah, right.
Right. And yeah. And then they end up, you know, getting bought out or something like that. Yeah, they get bought out by GM. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna have that Chevy.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Chevy, for wanting money. You should be you should really go home and look in the. No, it's like, motherfucker. No, you look in the mirror. What is wrong with you?
The Chevy I know would have never done that.
Oh my god!
Kojima's like, you don't fucking know me.
Yeah.
Why are you pocket watching?
Yeah, right. Like, why are you fucking watching? I love it.
That's fantastic.
All right, yeah. So that was my take. Does anybody else have anything else before we move on to the last little bit of this? We're hitting about an hour and a half right now. We're actually making pretty good time. I like this. This is chill.
Time.
Yeah, this is very chill.
Nice and chill. I like
That's
that.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Because a Canadian isn't here. Just kidding, Tuan. Love you.
Yeah, I think it's a little less stressful because we don't have a Canadian in the
bagged milk, man.
Yeah, man.
Always talking about his health care.
I just don't always talking about Maple and healthcare. That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
But anyway, we just had to throw a little bit of shade. But all right, cool. So as we do at the end of every show, we always talk about games that we think are, you know, either the most like very underrated or extremely overrated. I want you to tell me some games. I want both of you to give me an under and overrated game this week. Since we don't have a guest, we're down one person. I want to hear both from both of y'all this week. So yeah. That might have hit you sideways because you probably thought of one but didn't think about the other. So
I have one for both.
All right, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna start out with you then.
An underrated game, and you'd be like, "What the fuck?" when you hear this name. But we were talking about fast shooters, and I literally at the very start of the show when we were talking about Doom, and I literally bought it again for my Xbox just because when we were talking about, I'm like, "Holy shit, I love that game on my Switch." So I rebought it, and it's still just as fucking awesome. It's called Immortal Redneck.
Oh my God, what are you talking about right now?
and it's a roguelike shooter, and it's just fucking insane. It's like a parody. It has like references to all types of media. It's just funny. You're like a fucking redneck mummy, and you're just shooting things. It's just funny. I can't explain it. It plays a lot like Serious Sam, and that's a really good thing in my opinion.
Mhm.
It's just a lot of fun. It has a lot of heart. It runs at 4K 60. The FOV slider only goes up to 90, which isn't the best, but it's not as bad as a lot of games from previous generation that was locked at 70. Um, so
Should all go back to
uh,
50.
go back to 50. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. Like I remember, because when I was talking about Into the Pit, I was kind of like, you know what? It kind of reminded me of this game, and I was like, oh my god, like why haven't I bought it on Xbox yet? Because I used to play it all the time on my Switch. Anyways, overrated though. And this is not like this game is trash overrated because I am enjoying it, and it would be, and it's because it's objectively not bad or trash. I am when it came out, I remember people being super into it. I I just don't really see much in Wolfenstein 2 personally. It's not a bad game. I'm
Oh
actually
wow.
enjoying it. I actually what?
No, I just said, oh wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
not bad at all. Like, and the thing is, when I say overrated, I need to make it clear that I'm like, don't play this. It's fucking trash. No, play it. Literally play it. And what I mean by overrated is the gameplay is fine. I mean, I have issues with it, but like, it's not bad. Like, I'm gonna beat that game. I want to keep playing it. It's not, you know what I'm trying to say? It's almost kind of like when someone like, I just remember like, I had a lot of friends, back in the day that when that came out, like, oh, this is like revolutionizes like, these type of shooters, and I'm playing it. I'm like, I feel like I'm doing the same thing from Wolfenstein, the New Order, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But um, and I actually do like the characters. Like I like the that lady you do. I didn't like the way she was introduced because she was one dimensional. But when you start talking to that lady you rescue from the New York,
Yeah.
or not rescue, she's actually a really good character. I don't
I've
know what Machine Games was doing. I actually really like her character. Um, I actually really like a lot of things about the game. It's kind of weird. It's like I want every other character to talk, but not my own character, which because he talks to himself. Like that's the only time I ever hear him talk. I swear to God, is to himself and then one word to another person. It's really weird. Maybe that's why I'm kind of like disconnected. But yeah, it's not a bad game. That's the thing. Is I was to say, should you play it if you like killing Nazis, if you like fast gun and run and gun, go for it. Absolutely. Like, who doesn't like that? Let's be real. Who the fuck doesn't like that? So I recommend it. I still recommend playing it. I just think it leans a little bit. I had some friends who were like, oh my God, this revolutionizes everything in storytelling. And I'm like, I don't see it that way. How about that? I still think it's a good game, though.
That's fair.
All right.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So that was an over and under from our days, Mike. So let's move over to Malik's Games. What's up, brother? What games you got,
So
bro?
so underrated. I got a game that's not really underrated, but it's underrated in its series. At least to me it is. And that's BioShock Infinite. Everyone says BioShock 1 is the
Ooh.
better game, and I wholeheartedly disagree with that. BioShock Infinite is, to me, by
A
far the better
masterpiece.
game. It's by far the better game than BioShock 1. BioShock 1 is still great, but BioShock Infinite it's just
Dude,
different. It's just different.
Infinite hit in ways I was not expecting, dude.
And
Especially that introduction.
the
Yeah.
introduction's crazy in that game. It's
Like
a
I'll never get over that with that married couple, dude. I still think about that scene a lot.
It's
Like
a
whenever,
really
like I
fucked
think,
up scene. That is a really fucked up scene. And
I can save them though. You technically say, but anyways, yeah. Well, continue.
well, it's just yeah, but like, and and I was playing that, not even knowing. I hadn't played Bioshock 1 or 2. I played Bioshock Infinite first, so I had no idea what Bioshock was. I didn't know how serious the story was. I didn't know anything. I just played it, and I was like, Jesus, that is insane. But yeah, Bioshock Infinite underrated, overrated. Man, you know what? I'm gonna go with Battlefield 24. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Can you
I did,
imagine?
dude. I'm struggling to come up with an overrated game right now. Because
Say Doom
like
Eternal, I'm leaving this podcast. I'm just kidding.
that game is objectively that game's so underrated, honestly.
If anything, yeah, I could see that.
Dude,
I love that game so much. Anyway, sorry, but yeah. Go.
I really don't know an overrated game. You know what? Come back to me after yours, Ham, and I'm going to give you an overrated game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my underrated game of all time, or one of them, is a game that I thought of should have got a sequel at some point, and if it did, it went right over my head. But this game that you see on the screen right now, Diddy Kong Racing.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Hold on.
I love Diddy Kong Racing.
Yes, Diddy Kong Racing. When I was young and I was playing this and Mario Kart was definitely the smoother game between the two.
Sure.
But Diddy Kong Racing to me was just so much better. Like the single player felt like there was like some sort of story. It had all these crazy doors that you drove into, kind of like Mario with the paintings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and you had to do different stuff on each of the levels too. So like you had time trial. You had planes that you could fly. You had hovercrafts that you could, go into the water with, and you had and obviously you had cars, right? So like I mean, I always thought that was done really well, the way they kind of separated them instead of like trying to make them all like one map. Like one race is just dedicated just to flying and whatnot, and you got your missiles for that, and like the like cylinder things that you go into to get your boosts and stuff like that for that one. But if you're driving, it's just like a flat like sticker on the road. It looks like almost. I just thought it was really cool. And I really also like that, like in that game, they had when you went into like the power ups, you drove into one power up, and then if you drove into the same type of power up, it upgraded that power up again, and it would upgrade each power up to 3 times, I believe. So like you could go into like a boost one that's blue, and then fly into another boost one that's blue, and it'll give you like double the strength. And then if you're patient and fly into another one, it'll give you like the most powerful boost that you can have. So I mean, I always thought that was really cool, and it kind of opened it up for like if you're kind of a patient racer, especially if you're playing like multiplayer and stuff like that. It can be a little bit more tricky if you do that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I thought it was super duper dope. You can see me hitting the roof and shit like that when I'm playing.
The DS release was fun. I like the DS re-release. Did you ever play that one?
See, see everyone always like when I say, man, I want a new version of it. Somebody will say something about a handheld version, and I don't care about handhelds. I'm not a handheld guy.
That's not what I'm saying. Have you played it? That's the question.
No, I haven't. No, I'm definitely not thinking that you're saying I like have to play it or whatnot. I'm just saying like goddamn, how many games has there been where it's like it started off as a great console release, and then it ended up being like another release onto like a handheld or something like that. They did that with Uncharted. That's one game. That's one of the games I have to go out of my way and get a whole different system just for that one game. And I just think that's like wild that you can kind of.
It's nuts that they didn't bring that back. They didn't bring that back for PS Plus. One day.
And then an overrated game for me. I had it on the tip of my head just a moment ago, and it was so goddamn overrated that it went right off of my head. Damn it, I can't even fucking believe it. I can't even remember it, but it was a fucking good one. God damn it! So Matt, I'm gonna push it back over to you while I try to remember.
All right,
pretty sure it was a shooter.
I got one that's gonna be sure to piss some people off. Because I actually do like the game a lot. I just think, again, like my first one, it is overrated in that series. Gears of War 2. Gears of War 2 is overrated. Gears of War 3 is the best Gears of all time. Gears of War 2 is really good, and we actually still need to beat that. But I just think when I play Gears of, like, I can't wait till we get to Gears of War 3. Gears of War 2 is fun. I enjoy it, but it is not the best Gears. And a lot of people say it is. But for me, it's not even I don't even put that in like the top 3 Gears.
I remember what I was gonna say.
You remember?
What's that?
Fucking Days Gone.
Overrated?
Oh, way overrated.
Oh my god, that game's so underrated.
No, it's not.
Oh my god.
No.
What?
That game sucked to me, man. Like I played it for like 5 or 6 hours, and I was just like, dude, like this is like the most lonely, like open world arc, or not arc, Last of Us that I've ever played. Like at least in Last of Us, it felt like you were like near meeting back up with people, or like, you know, working towards getting back together with somebody. But this whole like talking over phones and listening on people's conversations and like constantly being attacked by these like random things when you're just trying to drive from one destination to the other, and then needing to grab gas from some random camp to fill up your gas tank to continue the drive in this shitty motorcycle is just like I don't know. It's just not for me. I didn't enjoy it at all. I probably didn't play enough of it, but like, in my opinion, I played more than I should have.
You know what's interesting though about saying that game is overrated though? Didn't that game nearly kill that studio? That's why like calling it overrated to me is like the weird. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like,
yeah, you feel how you feel. You feel how you feel.
I call it overrated because I see all these people stand up for it. Whenever somebody says, "Oh man, that game's actually a masterpiece," and I'm just like, "Was it?"
It's not a masterpiece.
Was it good?
It was good. It's not a masterpiece.
Was it even okay? No. That game
really good.
Sucked.
It was really good.
that game is just no. I'm happy they said no to a second version of that, or like, what are you gonna do from there with that game? Like that's the kind of game. That's the kind of game that I just go to like I played a couple hours of it. I'll just go to YouTube to see what happened at the end, because I don't care.
You know what?
Working for that old ass lady in the golf cart, like I'm good.
You know what? Since we're on it, I'm gonna throw in another overrated one, because you're describing exactly how I feel about this one, and that's Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh my god!
I will go to YouTube and I will watch a video on how that story pans out, because I don't care to find out myself.
Here, I'll put it like this: I'm not a big fan of Horizon, but like, goodness gracious, if I had to pick one of those two games, I would be freaking groveling to play to play Horizon. I'd be I would be like just spit just running down the side of my mouth, like ready to play that over Days Gone, because Days Gone is just fucking sucks. It just does, man. I just can't co-sign on that game. It's just not.
Dude, that's not the exact opposite of how I feel. That's fantastic. I love that. Oh my god. I fucking love that game. I fucking love that game.
Man.
It's a little cringe sometimes when Deacon like fucking yells at himself. It's kind of scary, but like other than that,
like you ride that hog. I remember that fucking dialogue.
Oh yeah, the dialogue can be a little bit cringy, but dude, I I just fucking love that.
Him as a character is cringy. He sucks too. He sucks just as much as the game does. Like it's just like when he gets into his conversations with people and stuff like that, he's so smug. He's so smug, and he thinks he's just the man. He thinks he's the man, and he has nothing. He has nothing, but he talks to people like he has it all. And I'm just like, this dude's a fucking loser. Fuck this guy. And I hope he gets bit. Like something happens. Fuck him.
Dude, I fucking love that.
I'm happy that you love that game. I'm happy that I'm able to shit on something that you like that.
That's hilarious.
Because it brings it, I mean, to me it actually brings out my feelings a little bit better, because sometimes I feel like I'm being a little too nice, and on that game I can't be nice at all. I can't be nice at all with that game. That game fucking blows.
It's a fantastic game. I highly recommend it.
I highly recommend that you do not download it.
Worth it. Worth every penny. And it's in PS Plus with their collection or whatever.
I felt like I could exhale once I deleted that game.
Dude.
I can finally breathe again. I don't have that shit taking up gigs. Taking up
I'm gonna say right now, guys, to anyone
eighth of my fucking
play Immortal Rednecks. Play this shit. It's fun. It's $20. It's fun.
Where's that even available, Mike?
Xbox and on PC. But if you want to play on Xbox, it runs at 4K 60. Yeah, I know the FOV max is 90, but it's actually, with how like close quarters it kind of is, you just gotta look up this game. I recommend at least taking a look at it.
Gotcha.
All right.
That's
all I had to say.
You know what? That's all I gotta say too. Don't play Days Gone. Play anything else.
We'll play it right after the show.
Okay, yeah, you go on ahead and
the same man that said Halo Infinite's underrated.
It is. Halo
Infinite's
underrated.
Yeah, true. Anything Xbox is underrated. Let's be real.
Exactly.
Let's be real, guys. Everyone in chat.
Oh my god.
Everyone in chat, right? Everyone in chat, give me a thumbs up if I'm right. Everything Xbox is underrated.
Leave a like and comment and subscribe.
Leave a like.
Yeah, I'm sure people are running to leave a like button for that.
Look at all the thumbs up in chat. You see, I'm right. Look at all of them.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I can't even count. There's that many.
I agree.
But anyways, thanks everybody for coming out. This show has been about an hour and 45 minutes, so I think it's been good enough. We pretty much got our bars off in that one, and it was a very fun time, much more chill, relaxed show. And we hope to do that much more often. But Matt, Mike, go on ahead and let them know where you guys can find them, where they can find you. Them. And oh my goodness, that was weird.
We're gonna find you guys.
Oh goodness.
You can find me at Hard Days Mike
Asterisk popped in and said Days Gone is incredibly average, and I mean that's a great compliment.
At least that's nicer than what Ham was saying. Ham was just shitting all over. It was unfortunate.
It was an unfortunate truth that I had to lay on the line. But anyways, Matt, let them know where they can find you.
At Hard Days Mike on Twitter. You can check me out there. I post a lot of my Doom clips. No, but
that's me.
Yeah, you. I'm stealing his valor.
Yes,
but on YouTube Matt Likes Games, and on Twitter at Matt Likes Games. Games spelled with a 3. Check me out there. Videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So got one tomorrow, and same schedule till the end of the year and beyond.
I'm not a grumpy old sleepy boy.
You didn't say old, but you definitely might be. Just kidding.
Well, I associate grumpy with old. I just do. But anyways, Mike, let them know where they can find you, even though Matt pretty much threw all that out.
You can find me on Twitter at Hard Days Mike. I do post lots of Doom gameplay and a lot of shooter games in general that are very, very fast-paced. I'm not talking. Matt, I will assassinate you. No, I'm just kidding.
Mhm.
It's very fun. Jesus Christ, Matt, shut up. You might be
Very
like,
fun.
on Twitter and on Twitch. I stream a lot of Doom and just a lot of games in general. I'm kind of known as the shooter guy that likes incredibly fast things that go fast. Yeah, that's it. All right, that's it. That's me. You now, Ham.
All right, so yeah, you can find me HamSolo05 Gaming here every Sunday on the Game Drain. But as for my own channel, I have TSWS Gaming with Loke and Cozy Blue. I do 2 shows of Behind Them Sticks every Tuesday and Thursday. This coming Tuesday and Thursday, I have Chris Henderson coming on. He does a lot of like interviews with like baseball players and like different sports athletes, but he's actually a really big gamer as well. He has his own channel that you guys should definitely go check out. And then I'm also doing a show with a lady by the name of Crystal D. Smith. She's also a content creator as well. So we're going to be chopping it up this coming Tuesday and Thursday. Come check me out there. And then on Friday, I do Bullsitting with Loke and Cozy Beluga. We, talk our shit about games and whatnot, make fun of each other in the meantime. Kind of similar to what we're doing here, but we got Cozy's crazy ass on the panel doing all sorts of just
She's wild.
weird shit and talking about fucking fishing and Halo and just saying some off the wall shit that don't make any goddamn sense. But on Twitter, you can find me at HamSolo05 Gaming to keep up with all these different shows that I do and whatnot. Follow me there. You can hit the bell there as well if you want to just keep in touch with me. You can always DM me as well because my DMs are open. So, anybody else have anything else to say before we get up out of here?
Don't trust Ham. Sorry.
Check out my Doom gameplay at harddaysmike on twitter.com.
Shut up. That's me.
All right, well, that's my cue to go on ahead and shut this shit down because these motherfuckers are losing their goddamn minds. So anyways, y'all have a wonderful rest of the evening. I hope you had a good weekend, but we are out of here. Peace out, y'all.
See ya.
Bye-bye.